Hey guys, today is wash day, as in it's the day that I wash my hair, not that I spend all day washing my hair. I just got done and I've put a leave-in conditioner in. I'm using the ORS olive oil lotion. I've been enjoying that recently. So it's still pretty wet, which is perfect because for the style that I want to do, I want it to be wet. I woke up this morning thinking, what am I gonna do after I wash my hair today? And a little voice in my head that looks suspiciously like the frog meme said, do finger coils. So that's what I am gonna attempt to do today. Let me start with this side first. I have to section everything. I like to start with 4 base sections because that's easier for me. So I'm just gonna try and separate out kind of like this section from this section. And if it gets too dry, I'm gonna re-wet it. Okay, now that section's separated out. And now that that section's separated out, I'll go ahead and section up this as well. Again, just kind of sort of trying to divide the front from the back. It's not perfect. It's just trying to give me a baseline to work with here. All right, now that I have everything sectioned off, it's time to show you what products I'm going to be using. I really love this honey curl forming custard from Design Essentials. This is a really good brand that's been around for a long time. You gonna be a good boy? That's you in the camera. All right, bye. Okay, so we're gonna start with this section just because it's usually the section I start with, and I really want to make sure this is super wet. One of the reasons I'm doing this today is because it's actually a nice day. So my hair should dry in a reasonable amount of time. So we're just gonna start from the back. We're just gonna grab a piece, add some custard to it, and then finger coil it. Okay, there's one. I have to do this in small sections because otherwise the coils will not stay together. Okay, there's another one. Just taking small pieces, just kind of pieces that feel like they will go together and not fizz up too much. I just finger coil as many times as I think is good, and then let go, and then on to the next one. right, that is one quadrant done. I'm gonna do the rest off camera and then come back. Here we are, all done. The sections in the front are smaller, and you can see they're not perfect, but it is what it is. What I'm going to do now is kind of just clip this down because I don't love how puffy it is. Just kind of go underneath, and then hopefully it can kind of dry like that. Kind of pin this out of the way as well, and then I'll take them off when they dry. I also don't love to have hair in my face, and this should help with that. It took me about 40 minutes to finger coil my whole head, and it definitely, you can see everything is more aligned. There's a lot less frizz than if I would do like a wash and go. It's still puffy at the roots, but I don't super mind that. It's okay if it's a little puffy, and it's definitely a lot quicker than doing twists. I really saturated each section with water before I went ahead and finger coiled it, and then as soon as I put the custard on, it really just locked into that moisture and stopped it from dripping. Now we're gonna see how long it takes to dry, because I'm definitely just gonna be air drying this. If I had a diffuser attachment, maybe I would use that, but I don't. So this is what we're gonna do today. And like, some of these in the back just look so nice. And we're gonna see how much it shrinks up, because anytime I do finger coils, they tend to look elongated like this when they're fresh, and then they shrink. So this can really just compress all the way, kind of like that. So it'll end up being very, very short when I'm finished. Here's the back. And that's how it is looking. I'm glad I made this part line, because that was easy to just separate out and fall the way that I wanted it. Right now, like I said, it's very elongated, but I'm sure it's going to get bigger as we move along. See you when this is finished drying. This is where we've ended up. My hair is fully dry now. Some of the coils look really, really nice. And because they are already individually coiled, the ends are not sticking together like in a wash and go. I mean, a couple of them are, but it's very easy to just separate. And then I'm not having any issues. It did get a little frizzy on some of the ones at the back, as you can see, but honestly, my goal wasn't to have perfect finger coils, just something that was a little bit more organized than a regular wash and go, so that I can minimize tangling on the ends. And I think this achieved it pretty well. It's going to be interesting to see what it looks like tomorrow, because usually in my experience, whenever I do finger coils, they shrink up more. And I should mention that I have never done finger coils on my whole head before, just usually at the sides, a couple in the front, maybe a couple at the back if I missed something, but I've never done my entire head before. So I have some experience with how a few finger coils would work, but not my whole head. Also, I don't think this would work if my hair wasn't already coily. My ends naturally do this anyway, even if I don't finger coil. But this organizes it, like I said, so that it flows from top to bottom. I mean, look at some of these. They just came out so nice. And the highlights, wow, they look so pretty. The blonde in with the brunette. And I took the clips out. I still have to put it in my final style for this evening, but I'm loving it so far. I haven't broken the cast with any oils or anything, because it should naturally break overnight on its own. I'll check back and see how that works out. Here's the final look. I styled my hair into this super pretty half up, half down, and the coils at the back are just eating. Oh my goodness, they look so pretty. Love this look. I put a red lip on just for something a little fun. It's nice today, so let's brighten it up. I have a little bow at the back here and added some white themed earrings to complement off that. And yeah, just super happy with this look from the back. I will check back in tomorrow and we will see how this is looking, but for day one results, I really love these finger coils. Here we are on day 2. I had my hair up in a little bun just so that it wouldn't get wet while I had it under the shower cap while I was showering. And I did pin this over to the other side because I just wasn't in love with how it looked anymore on the right side. So I'm the type of person who likes to change my part. As long as it's not a middle part, I'm good. I have this really pretty little claw clip here. I'm going to put everything into a half up, half down for today. All right, and then we take this, and what I'm gonna do is kind of come in on this side, and there we go. So that's all encapsulated in my half up, half down. I think what I'm gonna do is just kind of pull this top part up a little bit. So that looks nicer from the front. It's more flat at the top instead of all being pulled back. And it looks better from the side. So I have a little bit more height here instead of being so flat. Very, very simple. It just gets my hair out of my face. I'm hoping that I can get these coils to last for at least a week. I'm pretty happy with how they're holding up on day 2 so far. You can still see I have really a lot of good definition, still not a lot of frizz. They're very shiny, which I love. And there we go. That is my look for today. I think it's very, very pretty. It's so simple, but pulling it back into this half up, half down somehow gives it the illusion of more length. When before, when it was all down, it looked shorter, and I don't know quite why that is or how that works out. But yep, there we go. And again, they're not supposed to be perfect. It's just a way of organizing my hair, and I want to see how long it'll last me. Like I said, I'm hoping a week, but I also am curious to see how it's going to feel when I come to detangle and take them out. It should be fairly simple. I should be able to just let the water run through them and loosen everything up, and then just go through with my comb. I didn't do anything special to preserve it overnight. Just popped the bonnet on and then shook it out in the morning, and this is what we're looking like. So I will check back in with you tomorrow and see where we are on day 3. Here we are on day 3. I'm going to style my hair. I think it looks pretty good. It's very, very soft. I did use an oil the other day, a serum, to break the cast a little bit, soften it up, and it's been humid and raining today. 3 guesses how I'm gonna style my hair. If you said half up, half down, you'd be correct. Although, let me see. I want to leave this one down and grab this. Oh, it's sticking together with that one. I'll come back for it. And maybe leave those 2 down and grab this. And today I really want to kind of put most of my hair into a half up, half down, and I'm just leaving some of the ones at the sides and backs out. The shed hairs that are wanting to be annoying. Okay, we're gonna pull that up, we're gonna pull that, and kind of pull a bunch from the back, and then just leave a few on either side. Not that one, no, this one, there we go. And that's the finished look. I just left a few pieces down on this side, a few pieces down on this side, some in the front here, and then with the addition of these earrings, it all looks super cute. So that's my outfit for today. And here are the boots that I am wearing. If I had known that I wanted to wear this, I would have also done my nails black, and that would have been super cute, but I literally decided on this outfit about 5 minutes ago. I'll check back in with you all tomorrow. Hello again. We're on day 4 now, and I have decided to do another type of half up, half down style. I'm gonna separate out the front from the back here, and then put the top in ponytails and see how it works out. Let me separate off the back section first. Okay, now that the back is sectioned out on its own little separate thing, I can work on the front section. So then I can basically just take this whole side and put it in a ponytail. Just using the satin scrunchies because it's gonna be a lot easier to get these off when I'm done. I'm probably gonna redo this one, but let me do this next one first. Kind of want it to be more forward. So Not quite where I want it. I'm gonna redo these ones. There we go, that's the way I wanted it. All right, let's do the other one. Using the satin scrunchies makes it a lot easier to undo and redo this without messing it up. This one needs to be more on the top, doesn't it? It is not quite even, and again, it's because I have this parting line here. Oh, I missed one. But it is close enough, so we're gonna take it. And then all I have to do is release the back section. There we go, and it'll come together here. And despite all of that manipulation, the coils are still holding in. Also, if you look at this, do you see how this all shrank up? When I first did it, they were kind of a little bit looser on the ends, but they've all curled themselves up together here. And then I have to put my lipstick on to complete the look. We're almost there. These two are puffy at the end, so I'm gonna re-finger coil these and see if we can get them to look a bit nicer. All right, just a little bit more product on them. They're a little wetter. And then which direction am I going? And then that will just curl up on its own. We'll do the same thing for this one. I don't really mind them being puffy at the ends, but for this look, it just doesn't look 100% right. Okay. Not perfect, but it looks better than how it looked before. And overall, we're looking really, really cute. For earrings, we're gonna go with Wonder Woman earrings. And these will match with my Teen Titans t-shirt. So we're doing DC today. And there we go. I decided not to go with eyeliner because it's just too much of a pain to put on and take off. But I did fill in my brows just a little bit, just to offset the lipstick a little because it is very, very dark. But yeah, just kind of going with a punk rock themed, 90s themed, inspired. This is how I dress in my mind all the time, even if I don't dress like this all the time in real life. In my mind, this is me, as I love this look. I just think it is so much fun. The dark lipstick, the choker, just fun hairstyles that you normally wouldn't wear every day. For day 4, I think this is pretty good. We'll check back in tomorrow and see if I do another half up, half down, or if I'm ready to just stick it in a bun and call it a day. Welcome to day 5. Today I've decided I will just let my hair be down. I did make a few alterations. Right here, you can see that I put a pin here and I put a pin in another one somewhere back here to just make it a little less bulky in the front. And that way I still have some face framing bits, but it's not overwhelming. But even with me wearing it down, I still want to add a little something to it to elevate the look. That is this. It is a nice, beautiful day today. So I want to throw in this flower clip just right here. And that fun accessory adds a whole new dimension to the look. Now we're gonna add earrings. I'll top it off with a little bit of this Burt's Bees Caramel Lip Shimmer. The nice thing about this is because the color of it is very similar in places to my natural lip color, I don't have to put it on any kind of special way. Just throw it on, do that, and we're good to go. A nice fresh spring look for a nice spring day. And this is just really showing off the coils today. As you can see, they're still looking great, starting to get a little bit fuzzy in places on the ends, but overall still holding up quite well. Pretty good so far. See you tomorrow for day 6. Well, we made it to day 6. I'm going to see if I can make this last for one more day. Surprisingly, my head hasn't really been itchy at all. Usually by this time, without washing or rinsing my scalp again, it would get a little itchy, but I don't know if it was because I just used the Design Essentials curling custard and not anything else on top of the leave-in, or if it's just been a little bit more humid lately and therefore not as dry. But yeah, I haven't really had any issues. Today I'm just gonna put it in a bun. I've been saving the bun style really for the latter half of wearing these finger coils because I was not sure how the top part would react if I pulled it all back into a bun and if it's gonna stretch out these parts and everything. But since we're almost at the end, I think it's time. I think I'll just pull everything back. All I'm going to do is just a very basic bun. So you twist, and you twist again, wrap around. And that will hold all day. Now you see this part has kind of come out, so I have 2 choices. I can let it come forward, or I can pin it back. I'm thinking I kind of want to do this. I think this is cute. Just kind of gives my face some structure. A little puffy back here, so throw some bobby pins on it. Hey, that looks like it worked pretty well. And then just to elevate the look so it is not as flat, I'll throw on some earrings. No dangle earrings today, just these. And I think that suits this look very well. I'm interested to see how much this will stretch out after I take the scrunchie out and take the bun down. I may have to wear a bun again tomorrow. It depends, but I think I've got one more day on this style and then I'm ready for something new. See you on the flip side. Here we are on day 7, the last day of me wearing these finger coils. You can see they are getting a bit raggedy now. There's little bits of frizz coming off everywhere, and surprisingly, they bounced back overnight. I had them in the bun and they got really stretched out, but they did bounce back. For this last day, I've decided to do a braided updo. I'm gonna try and let me section it up in half first because that'll make it easier to work with. Okay, and then just, you know, kind of I think I'm gonna try and do like twists. So let me see. I'm gonna come under like that. Grab a section. Come under. And then grab a section. Got too many there. Come under. Grab the next section. And it doesn't matter if I'm like messing it up at this point because I'm washing it tomorrow for sure. My scalp decided to be itchy today. It was all right yesterday, a couple little minor spots here and there, but today I woke up and I was like, oh dear, it is time for this guy to get washed. Pretty good on that side. Let me do the other side off camera and I will come back. Both sides are done now, and I could just wear it like this with these down, but there's a lot more hair on this side, so you see that this is longer. So my plan is to do an updo. So I'm gonna take these together at the back and twist them, and then tuck. Take a bobby pin. We're gonna tuck that one in and tuck this one in. Okay, and now that the ends are secure, I just secure the rest of it with bobby pins. Okay, that's feeling pretty secure. I do want to see how it looks in the back, so I'm gonna check in the mirror and see if I wanna add any extra accessories. With the addition of earrings, I'm all set. Earrings just really do something for your face when your hair is up in an updo. So I love adding them as an accessory to pretty much any outfit. This style that I've done with my hair, I discovered it entirely by accident. A couple years ago, I want to say 2021, I started wearing my hair in 2 braids again. I hadn't done that in years. And when I did that, I discovered that my hair would look really nice the first day and would get a little stiff the second day, but I still wanted to have the braids and not take it out so that I can maintain the longevity of the style and not have to redo my hair every day. That way I could put in the braids and have them for at least 2 days, maybe 3, sometimes a whole week, depending on how I do the front sections. But what I would do is just the 2 braids coming down and then twist them as you saw, pin them in the back. And it works great anytime you have any variation with one braid on one side or one braid on the other, whether it's flat twisted, whether it's cornrowed, whether you just have the braids starting at the base of your neck and coming down, you can always flip them up, twist them together. It does work a little bit better if they're a bit wider. If they're too close to each other on the nape, then it creates kind of an odd shape, which you may have to cover up with accessories, but this is perfect. So I decided not to add anything at the back because I really like how it looks right now. It's nothing special to look at from the front, but it does keep it neat and off my face. And at the back, it is a really, really pleasant and pleasing style. It's probably gonna be super stretched out and all kinds of crazy when I take it out, and that's totally fine because then I am going to be washing my hair. So I will check back in with you one last time after I've reset, just to tell you how the detangling experience went. So I'll see you then. As you can see, I took my hair out of the finger coils and washed it and rebraided it right back up. I really, really liked having the finger coils. They were super, super fun. And you saw all the neat styles I was able to do with them every day. I definitely do them again sometime, although I don't know how many I would do. And I might go about the detangling process a little bit differently. I went to the store the other day and got some new shampoos that I needed. And along with that, I got this free mini bond strengthening pre-shampoo concentrate. Tried it out while I was detangling my hair and I didn't love it. It made my hair feel very soft to the point where it was almost too soft and too stretchy. It says it's supposed to perfect damaged hair by reinforcing weak bonds with continued use and strengthening against breakage. Unlike Olaplex, which I really liked after using it the first time, I wasn't super impressed with this one. So maybe I will use it if I'm dry detangling my hair to give it the extra pliability. But while it's already damp, it made it too soft. It smelled really, really nice though and applied nicely to my hair. What I did before I went in with the comb was use the time, the 5 to 10 minutes that the concentrate has to sit, to go through the finger coils and kind of press them apart and then gently unravel them in the other direction. A lot of shed hairs came out while I was doing that, and I'm really glad that I did not wash my hair or rinse my hair at all without taking the finger coils out, because sometimes if I have twists in or I have braids in, I'll go in the shower and just let my hair get real wet and then let it dry again in the braids or the twists if I want a little bit of added length for the day or something like that. But I was a little afraid that the finger coils would start to lock up on me, and I'm pretty sure that that's what they would have done, because as I went ahead
And this is the stage where I'm not using shampoo yet. I just have the product from the previous week plus the pre-shampoo concentrate in my hair. I did run across some knots. Most of them were really easy to get out, just pulling at them a little bit and got it. But one knot was pretty big, and it took me probably about 2 minutes to really just gently pull every single strand out. And I did lose maybe a 1/4 of an inch of hair into the knot at the end, which in the grand scheme of things isn't too bad, but definitely something to watch out for when doing finger coils in the future. I'm 100% sure if I had shampooed it, it would have totally locked up on me. And dreadlocks, although they are a cool style, is just not something I personally want to try. So I think definitely a week with finger coils. Maybe if I took them out a little sooner, I wouldn't have them start to mat up so much. Thankfully, I was able to get that knot out. And once I had everything done, I went ahead to detangle my hair. And then after that, I went ahead and shampooed and conditioned and put my leave-in conditioner in. And then I used the honey curl forming custard from Design Essentials to braid up my hair. I have 6 braids in the back here and then 6 braids around the perimeter of my face. And once I was finished, I just squeezed some twisting butter onto it to just give it a little bit of an extra coating. And hopefully once it dries, it'll be really nice here. That was my experience with finger coils. I really like them. Much quicker than twists. Took me about 10 minutes to detangle them. Didn't love the knotting, but this is my first time trying them. So I will try different techniques in the future, I think, to see if I can reduce the knotting. Maybe taking them down dry before I add water. We'll have to see, but wasn't too bad at all with the detangle process. My hair turned out really nice. I love the style, and I will definitely try it again sometime this year. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time.